there's no space on the fence for Musa taking it out.
I'll go for Mamelodi Sundowns 2-0. With the build-up, they were promoted not being able to give a prediction. I don't think the clip will be used in the Orlando Pirates camp because he doesn't come across as a confident person. So I will give Pirates that confidence. Yeah, for this game. Yeah. What confidence is that? They must win this final. Is that the score?
Yeah, give us a score.
1-0.
Okay, well, 1-0 says he's giving it to Orlando Pirates, and the final winner of Teko says that Mamelodi Sundowns will win the Black Label Cup 2022. Great news for you is we are live with the action. We've got a nice closing ceremony as well. Also coming to you a day that's all about the fans and a big final to look forward to.
About 20 waves, Shimobos, Police, only on DSTV, feel every moment. Here's Maridiski, Mawibuga live, yeah, it slaps different. Also scream, also uncontrollable, and you can't help it there. So get ready to be moved, because on DSTV Access, it is easy access and live. Don't miss the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on FIFA World Cup Select 1, SuperSport Channel 204. Plus, stay up to date with everything Qatar 2022 on Channel 205. Also, on your DSTV Premiership on SuperSport Variety 4, Channel 209. Brace yourself for the feelings games. See Access Alive with commentary and top-notch analysts. Enjoy it the way it should be, live and in HD on SuperSport. Stay connected to DSTV Access.
Dear Santa, I think my Gogo is also a Santa. She gives the coolest toys for Christmas. Can you cook a rainbow Santa? My Gogo can. A big plate full of yummy colors. Also, does Gogo have elves? I think so. How else does she get the bestest presents every Christmas? I have never seen her workshop, but I'm sure it's just like yours.
This World Cup, usazoba tense eKatar. Siyawa without being tackled. Usazoba, I'm a nomuntu yatefa man. Shibobos, Police, body waves. It's a goal. It's not. VR. Away. Transitions. Diamond. 442. 531. Fourth from 10. Second. Vamos. Usazoba 0 to 103 seconds. Usazoba Askatali Qatar. Catch all 64 games live on Compact. Only on DSTV. Feel every moment.
I have moved back to Jersey, babe.
You should run for class now.
I think so.
Class one's already been chosen.
I hate it here.
Usazoba 20 waves, Shimobos, Police, only on DSTV. Feel every moment.
Big news as the Carling Cup opens to any of the 16 PSL teams.
Any team?
Mapulagila Masango. Whoa, any team.
Buy a Carling Black Label and vote for your man of the match. Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18.
Mapulagila Masango.
Whoa,
Any team.
Buy a Carling Black Label and vote for your captain. Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18.
Only two teams remain in the 2022 Carling Black Label Cup. It's the final. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates. That's what we're building up to here at Soccer City in Johannesburg. 4 teams started the day, voted by you: Sundowns, AmaZulu, Kaizer Chiefs, and Orlando Pirates. The first game was a 3-0 victory for Mamelodi Sundowns, earned them a place in the final, while Pirates beat their bitter rivals. A bit of revenge for them over Amakosi by the penalty shootouts. Kaizer Chiefs, last year's winners, at the 7th place. The bronze medal shootout, they beat AmaZulu, and now it's Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns doing battle here at Soccer City. It's a day for the fans. It's a day where the fans have been here all day, despite the rain, Jimmy. Great stuff.
Despite the rain, George, and also despite the fact that some of the fans' teams that they came supporting him that lost the initial game. But you can see the passion and the love for the game. You know, most of the fans have stayed behind because they want to witness the spectacle that's about to unfold. And the fact that there were penalty shootouts also in between, it kept the fans in the stadium because they wanted to see the outcome. But having said that, I think the game itself is worth watching. You know, regardless of the fact that the team has lost, you still have an opportunity to see a Pirates Sundowns final.
Back-to-back penalty shootouts for Kaizer Chiefs, losing to Pirates and then beating AmaZulu. Mentally, we talked about it a little bit. Just remind us, what does that do for Chiefs? What did it mean for them to lose and then have to come back straight away?
I think it's trying to rectify what just happened, because when you look at the number of players that actually took the penalties are different to the ones that actually took it against the Orlando Pirates. But it's just that it's also the goalkeeper changes it. It becomes very difficult to have that type of conversation. But you look at others, one is as well body language towards the penalty shootout is more relaxed. And I think because he was a former player, so we understand that the type of misses that actually happens in the game. You look at the quality, because now because of it, we're always going to remember Sanji's miss, but we'll actually not remember the quality of the penalties on both sides. And I think for me that was entertaining enough. But yet again, like you said, in terms of the mentality, it's always going to be tested. As a footballer, you need to have a strong character. And these are the actually incidents that actually brought you to.
Yeah, the fans come out in their numbers today because it's the last local action before we turn attention to the FIFA World Cup. 8 days to go before that big kickoff, and the kickoff is happening in the city of Alcor. It will be the host nation Qatar against Ecuador at Al Bayt Stadium.
The first images of the Qatar 2022 World Cup will be beamed from the impressive Al Bayt Stadium. The 60,000-seat arena will host the opening ceremony, followed by Qatar's Group A contest with Ecuador.
The opening match for the World Cup will take place at Al Bayt Stadium, which is our northernmost stadium, has a capacity of 60,000, and really a reflection of our culture in Qatar and in the region. It's all about hospitality, it's all about our traditions, and it's an impressive structure that I'm sure that all fans that are going to visit the stadium are going to be impressed with.
The stadium is located in the city of Al-Khor, around 35 kilometers north of Doha. It is the most northerly of the 8 World Cup venues. The stadium takes its name from Bayt al-Sha'ar, the tents historically used by nomadic people in Qatar and the Gulf region. The arena was designed to mimic the shape of one of the tents as a nod to the welcoming hospitality of the region. Construction began in 2015, with the most significant challenge incorporating a retractable roof, providing covered seating for all spectators. The stadium design prioritized sustainability, green design, construction management, and energy efficiency. In January 2020, it was awarded a 5-star rating by the Global Sustainability Assessment System. Like all the venues for the 2022 World Cup, Al Bayt will feature pioneering cooling technology to maintain a hospitable temperature for players and fans.
The stadium has got a roof as well, it's got air conditioning, so the fans, it won't be a problem. The safety of the fans, the concern of the fans, the health factor will be fine. And as for footballers, you know, this would be an absolute pleasure to play here. This would be a dream come true.
The design features of Al Bayt make it one of the most striking venues from afar and up close. Traditionally, the tents of nomadic tribes and families in Qatar could be identified by black stripes, like those on the arena's distinctive exterior. and by the vibrant Sadu patterns that can be seen inside the stadium.
With full capacity, and they are not only ready, they are state-of-the-art. Each individual stadium is amongst the top stadiums in the world. And when you see them full, with the fans, it's again a different story. The acoustics, the feelings, the emotions, it's really unbelievable. I'm very, very happy.
Including the tournament opener, Al Bayt will host 6 group stage matches, with Qatar visiting twice in total. Germany will also appear at the ground on 2 occasions. Further matches will be hosted in each of the knockout rounds, peaking with one of the 2 semi-finals on 14th of December. After the tournament, the arena will further its resemblance to a nomadic tent by disassembling and relocating. The upper tier of modular design seating will be removed following the World Cup and donated to developing nations in need of the infrastructure. Long term, the venue will sit 32,000 spectators, with the previous seating replaced by a 5-star hotel, shopping mall, and other sports facilities. Al Bayt Stadium is a fitting venue to introduce the world to Qatar 2022.
From one World Cup stadium to a stadium that hosted the World Cup final in 2010. That's where the final between Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates is taking place. The Carling Black Label Cup 2022 revamped the last local match before we look ahead to the FIFA World Cup. That's why the fans have come out in their numbers despite the rain here in Johannesburg, while they're looking forward to this final. A final which could offer Mamelodi Sundowns the chance for some payback. After losing 3-0 to Orlando Pirates 3 Saturdays ago, these two sides meet once again. We're looking forward to it. We're getting ready for the opening ceremony as well. It's live. Okay, we're just having a little bit of a wait there. We are kicking off, supposed to be at about 5:15, but it looks like we are delayed for that one as well. We're waiting for the opening ceremony. It's going to be quite spectacular. The Carling Black Label Cup has showed out to make sure that the fans have a fantastic day. Don't forget, you can also vote for Man of the Match, *120, *660, hash for Man of the Match.
Sekunjalo. Wasuka lokho.
Yo, I got the ribbons in the crib, ribbons in the whip to give me la ma ma la ma ma la ma ma la ma ma. And every single time I pull up in this strip, they give me la ma ma la ma ma la ma ma la ma ma. When I'm in the building, man, I know what's gon' pop. When I'm in this building, man, I know it don't stop. Now I'm on that really straight around, they call the cops. You about to drop a record. We about to run the city, even the one was he got the big bitch really coming with me. I don't care if they add now. Drink it till we dizzy, you ain't fucking with you, celebrating. If you running with me, cause you get this red a lot. Now, mama, put it in your mouth like so. Don't let me know what you're doing on your mom's head, no. Don't want no spit up on my carpet, no. Slurring up the way you clean it. You like a Diablo, mami. Se formó y nadie la va a parar. Como lo pides y te lo voy a hablar. W come la niña. No me va a matar. Fuera de liga, no quiero que pare. Mami, siga, llega y la rompe con las amigas. Porque se muerdan las enemigas. This style like soccer, pull up in a beam, too much too clean, no taller. Aye, don't foster, serious and much. A big time play, crib too big, aye, wait, flexer, Tina said gym, too hot like a heater. My neck done froze like winter, I'm very young. Liquor, straight on picture, MJ, thriller, 40 vibes every night. Chee chee, chee chee, chee chee, chee chee, chee chee, chee one, chee two, chee 1, 2, 3, let's go. Chee, this is style like four. Pull up in a beam, too much too clean, I'm told. Aye, don't foster, serious and dirty. A big time play, 1, 2, 3, let's go, G. I win. Flexer, up to the set gym, too hot like a heater. My neck done froze that winter, don't bet it on. Liquor, G, she's talking, picture, MJ on it. Thriller, let's go. Hey, buddy, I'm prepared for the game. It's not like fuck. Cheese, put up in a beam. Too much too clean, told. I don't force it. Serious and a big time play on 1, 2, 3, let's go, G. I win. Let's let you. Too hard like a heater. My neck won't froze. Don't get it on. Liquor, shake on, cheese,
Spectacular scenes to kick off what is going to be a brilliant finale. Mamelodi Sundowns against Orlando Pirates in the final of the 2022 Carling Black Label Cup. What a show. Love the fireworks as well, people.
And I think it gives us everything that we can expect, I think, about the match. And this is great. So now, with all the entertainment being done, so it's all about the game that we came here for. And I think the players as well are eager to go into the pitch and show what they can actually display.
Yeah, now we've seen it. The time for dancing is over. It's business time now.
Yeah, no, we want to see the dancing on the field, obviously. But it's been a great ceremony. It just sets the tone for the final, and just to keep the fans excited also, and in anticipation of what is going to happen this evening. But a great final in anticipation.
Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates doing battle in a cup for the second time in just a couple of short weeks. And this time it's all about the fans. They had their say. They voted Mamelodi Sundowns into this 14 Carling Black Label Cup. They voted Orlando Pirates in as well and have seen these two sides victorious in the semi-finals. Now looking forward to this final matchup. It is one that we are hoping will produce plenty of goals, even though Jimmy has predicted a 1-0 win for Orlando Pirates. I'm going to hope for more goals. This is how Mamelodi Sundowns line up with big changes, Jimmy, from the side that did battle all the way. Kickoff was 9:30 this morning.
Big changes indeed, but at the same time, the quality remains consistent. And it just makes the opponent's task very much difficult. When you look at the front three there, you've got Domingos, you've got Nkulis and Ralani, and none of those three are out and out forwards. So it just tells you how different Sundowns are going to play. Expect a very overloaded midfield with a lot of triangles formed, trying to play through that organized Orlando Pirates defense.
Yeah, that false nine that we're talking about now, obviously one that's difficult to defend against, and it is one that a new centre-back pairing, the one that we've seen for the first time today, is going to be expected to manage somehow.
Manage somehow. At some point, they'll become very lonely, in the sense that they won't be marking anyone as centre-back. Now, this is where you get to test their tactical acumen on when are they supposed to press out, because it's a waiting game that Sundowns are going to play and look for the right moment to pierce through that defense. And I'm saying that because centre backs are used to marking central strikers. So if you have no one to mark, most of the time you're standing by yourself. And then ask yourself if you're in the right position or not.
Well, all roads have led to this day here, Carling Black Label Cup 2022, all about the fans. One more reminder for you, *120 *660#. That's how you vote for man of the match in the final.
The 10th edition of the Carling Black Label Cup, a revamped and expanded day-long spectacle, culminates in a mouth-watering showpiece featuring old foes Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, a rivalry needing no introduction. Well, tempered dreary conditions for most of the day in Gauteng did nothing to deter the droves of fans who were hoping for one last glimpse of their heroes, and now they fight for honors in the most prestigious off-season cup on the calendar. The Mamelodi Sundowns supporters have been here since bright and early as we bid you a warm welcome from the iconic FNB Stadium, preparing now to bring down the curtain on a fabulous day of action. They kicked off at 9:30 a.m. Mamelodi Sundowns are still probably digesting their breakfast, but too much for Amazulu in the first semi-final, drawing them away by 3-0, whilst Orlando Pirates overcame holders Kaiser Chiefs on penalties after a goalless draw in 90 minutes. The record winners with 5 Carling Black Label crowns to their name, the Buccaneers, seek another. That winning feeling still flowing through the team after last weekend's MTN8 final. The Sundowns may have revenge on their minds after they were beaten by Orlando Pirates in the semi-finals of the Top 8 Cup. And with the teams assembled now, we will shortly introduce you to the starting 11s, but not before they meet and greet with the dignitaries. Now Puchani coming over to Panyams and Lesufi so that he can introduce him one by one to the players that will be turning out for the Buccaneers this afternoon, heading into evening. And whilst we get the formalities out of the way, it gives me an opportunity to introduce the man who will be alongside me for the next 90 minutes. William Shongwe, a pleasure as always.
Indeed, without doubt, Granzi, really excited to be a part of this event, and it's been a great day since morning, and we hope that the two teams and what the coaches have done, of course, to reshuffle the team that played earlier into introducing new players, fresher players, which will help the intensity of the game to be as best as we can expect, and that we're looking forward to. Goals more than anything.
Yeah. And not to see a throwback to the days of the Charity Cup and the spectacular with this particular format. It's been a long but entertaining day. A lovely opening ceremony for the final as well. A lot of symbolism and imagery. A lot of emphasis placed on the football, the key components of a game that really has touched every corner of the globe. And those fans, well, they love it with all their heart. And it just really takes one simple tool, whether it's be stitched or lasered or brand new or patched up. It fuels ambition and it ignites passion. At face value, it's just a simple sphere, but the football is so much more than that. And this game is so much more than just a mere game. The captains of both sides will step forward now to deliver a quick message.
Sanmonani Dumelang. My name is Ben Mutware, and I'm the player of Orlando Pirates. As a player of Orlando Pirates, I would like to encourage you all to please drink responsibly. Good afternoon. My name is Nani Sonyango.
I stand here proudly as the team captain. Please drink responsibly and don't drink and drive. An important message delivered by the Mamelodi Sundowns skipper and Orlando Pirates midfielder Ben Motswari a little bit earlier, sharing the very same sentiments. And now, everyone in the stadium rises for the national anthem of the Republic. Never really get tired of hearing the anthem through marks from a packed stadium like Soccer City. And to us, it also signals that kickoff is just moments away. We'll now let you familiarize yourself with the players who will be contesting this cup final despite playing the much earlier game, having more time to recover. Just 3 players who started in the semi-final against AmaZulu have kept their spots. Grauke Kana, Aubrey Modiba and Tupelo Morena. Vala is in for De Rook in an almost unchanged backline. The midfield now consists of Mukwena, Gule, Kulisi and Mabue. Hashim Domingo and Surprise Rolani both came off the bench to score against AmaZulu, and they start in attack. William Shalway will be running us through the formations. Out of the 3 midfielders, only Mukwena is the more recognizable defensive player. It means then 5 offensive players in that midfield. That helps for the passing pattern simply attacking period in the hope that better created chances will be available for the Sundowns team, just like they did in that first game earlier. It's alongside the culture of the team.
Now Rolando Mukwena, hoping that the amount of he's put out will be good enough to see off this Orlando Pirates team. They have 6 players who started in the midday kickoff against Chiefs back in the 11. Zimbabwe Pochane keeps goal again. Tetra continues to partner Clocky at the back. Marco is installed at fullback again, and at least on their team sheet, they propose to have Vinsako Makubela, a surprise inclusion on the opposite flank. Timon Motswari hang on to their spots. Tlamini Pule and Hoto came off the bench against Chiefs, and they start in the final. The other new inclusion, William, is Benvenu Evrengar.
Yes, having a target man like Evrengar up front for Pirates tends to draw the action up front a little bit too quick, which takes away the build-up playing process for Orlando Pirates. But you got 2 players that will change that this afternoon or evening. Team and Motswari will be key in making the Pirates continues to play the new culture that they've introduced this season. How will the legs hold up though for the pair that you mentioned did start in the semi-final? Let's introduce you to our match officials. I'm looking at Tom, be assisted by Sandile Dilikani and Sitabang Motlong. Tidisum Konazi is our fourth official. These Orlando Pirates fans have been celebrating all week their side clinch the MTN8 crown. Their first piece of silverware for the season and a good start to life in charge of Orlando Pirates for Jose de Viero, their new Spanish mentor who arrived in the off-season. The Pirates players hoisting the skull and crossbones, hoping that they can get the better of a Mamelodi Sundowns side who not long ago up north in Bulugwini they put them to the sword. Now it is a pair of powerhouses that collide as they await the match ball here. The Carling Black Label Cup is on the line for a 10th time. Pirates seeking to keep it in Soweto. Sundowns are making their maiden appearance, trying to take it to the capital. That's if we ever do get underway. That's what I thought. We love innovation, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't always. It's a bumpy road, eh? Yeah, it's a bumpy road. Well, despite a little bit of an operational hiccup, the ball is at the center. Vincent Wood is standing over it. He gets us underway. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates to see who will lift the 2022 Carling Black Label Cup.
Immediately, as I said, Evan will throw the action a little bit higher, whereby the build-up play of Orlando Pirates, which you know recently will go out of the window because they're trying to find it. But there's nothing wrong with that, as long as there's enough players underneath him to pick up the pieces.
Both sides playing in their change strip, having sported their home colours in their respective semi-finals. Mamelodi Sundowns in all blue and the Pirates in what is effectively all white, although there's a lovely vibrant design on the skipper.
Team seems to have taken a little bit of the note, but seems to be walking it up just to get it out of the system. And a key player recently for the Pirates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, man of the moment.
Man of the moment, man of the match in the MTNA final, put in an absolutely stunning and combative midfield performance. And earning that accolades and winning the title truly meant a lot to Miguel Timin's first season with Orlando Pirates. Going to greener pastures as far afield as the US, and he started out with the Pullman Black Aces since his return to South Africa. He's been playing for, no disrespect, but for smaller sides, to be United, Marumo Gallants, Maritzburg United, but that's truly a step up for him now with Orlando Pirates. You're on the back foot as Relani delivers it. Really fierce cross. Orlando Pirates escape. This is Vincent Pune.
What needing for Mamelodi Sundowns, I mentioned the 5 players that basically plays a bit more offensive. It helps them in the case of crosses played into the box because they always have enough numbers. If it's the first one that attacks the near post, there's always 2 or more following from behind.
Never Mabwe. All the way out to Aubrey Modiba. I think he'll be pretty pleased not to see Mamelodi Sundowns up against him in this particular match, although Sundowns is on the bench. Might be making an appearance later in the game.
Without a doubt, I mean, players like Modiba, the only way they can neutralize them is to put a more offensive player on that side. Basically, they'll be more concerned with their defensive work rather than playing a bit more offensive as wingbacks.
Terrorized by Saling Bulugwani late October. That was during the Pirates' 3-0 victory in the second leg of the MTN 8 semi-final. That's what Modiba again. Mokoena. Nice firm pass to Bula. Granani, dispossessed by Tlamini. He labours on the ball and Sundowns have it back, flipped over the top from Kulisa, and his touch takes to the right.
The quality of the offensive players, I think it's Mvule who firstly had the excellent first touch in the way that he turned immediately and the vision to be able to pinpoint that pass into that far post. It's a brilliant pass, except Kulisa just doesn't get that first touch right.
That was a gorgeous ball from Bule, and Kulisa should have finished it off. A little grimace on his face. The camera's caught him, tells us that he knew he should have.
Exactly. In fact, maybe he didn't need the first touch. Or the second touch for that matter. I think he should have taken the first touch.
Ashton Domingo got offsides. Call made by Mr. McFlop.
Indeed. Great call. Here's the thing about Mamelodi Sundowns. When they lose ball position in those high places in the field, is because they've got such a high number. If the team is going to try and build up from there, there is enough manpower to apply the press and possibly win the ball from there. So it's a very dangerous ploy for any team that picks up the ball in their defensive half to try and build up.
This is Nsaka Makubela. He's found Motsuari all the way back to Tapela Porky in defense. Had a couple on early last week in that MTN 8 final after injury to Cosmatis PC. Started every game prior. It was a real blow for Orlando Pirates, but my word. Porky having not expected to feature at least that early in the showpiece, really acquitting himself quite superbly.
You know, they normally play with the 3 at the back this season.
Yes.
And today it looks like they've gone with the 4. In the absence of who completes the 3 under normal circumstances, now it means 2 of the two central defenders are out. So that's why they've been forced to then back into the 4.
Mayela, the club captain, very sadly missing out on last weekend's final. They have some work to do as Mokoena strides forward. Picked up by Mabwe. Mokoena again. Oh, lovely little touch. That was really, really cute from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Listen, that is top-class football. That's the numbers I'm talking about. Is when you have 5 in the attacking pair, they can afford this kind of passes in short spaces like that. And of course, they've got the ability to do so.
That touch from Domingo. Deft. Decisive. Relani can't apply the finish. Real show of intent for Mamelodi Sundowns. Now Vincent Pule on the front foot. Orlando Pirates is whipped in across.
More like you're going to see if you're going to drop a big man like Evan Gar in the center of the box. So the earlier play that ball from either channels, it might help, but he needs to improve in timing his runs into the box. There's one thing that he can change or improve. That for me is just the timing his runs into the box.
What ends well, boy?
Listen, I nearly jumped off my seat.
when I saw those combinations, I was so early in the game, and I'm trying to think to myself that it's this early, and these are players that didn't play the first game, so it means there's just that much quality that they can put any combination and it will come to life.
It was Malula and Sereno combining in that exact fashion in that first semi-final.
In the absence of an out-and-out striker, that is just the brilliancy about Mamelodi Sundowns, is that they're able to use these ball players to really bring the right impact in attack.
Now, Taco Magabella is dispossessed. Sipopule. Granari.
Some call. Actually, I thought he was holding his line nicely. But the man on the far post picked him out of the Lord. Let's watch this now. Slightest of the lens.
Delayed the release. Not two good calls from the far side system so far.
McCollum will be very happy with himself, but these were very, very tight goals. And if you start like this as an official, the best thing it tells you that you're more likely to have a good game going forward. I guess maybe if you get to drop somewhere along the way, you can be excused.
I guess incorrect offside calls will be a story of the day of the saw in the earlier match between Chiefs and Pirates. Really, sometimes enjoyed a lot of success right through the middle.
Once again, the numbers speak volume of what the intentions are. If you've got the numbers that's playing in that second unit and they're playing in close proximity, means the combinations are going to be better. So it's up to the Pirates, Victorian team to also maybe push a little bit higher so that they can stop the run from a higher position.
Here's Grant Kinkana. Simple Buddha. Two former Supersport United players. Ashim Domingo now. Trying to switch the angle of attack. Morena's still there. Dylan Moreno was originally set to start as the left back in the first game, and it's fan-voted team lineup, but the late withdrawal of Kamisa Mudau means that Aubrey Modiba stepped in. Moreno was able to occupy his more characteristic right back position, which he has retained for the final. There have been a few late injuries for the sides coming into this match. Same true for Orlando Pirates. Olisa Mudau was scheduled to start, but Sugar had to step in for him. So Dylan Tetwa being shifted to the centre of the park, or centre of defence rather.
The big question for me is who would have voted for Moreno to have started on the left-hand side of the fullback position when he's right-footed, when Modiba would have been there to hold his right foot as a left fullback.
There have been, I guess, a few inconsistencies in that regard, just because of the way the voting is conducted. It's voting for players that are in specific areas of the field rather than specific positions.
You're making a lot of sense there. Just because Moreno, they allow him to be there, and Mudau has to be there, and then that kicks out the left-footed players that would have held their right-foot position.
So, it is looking, it's looking a little weary after that moment. It looks like
And I was surprised at the way they gave the chase so easily when the ball was still pretty much within play.
You don't often recover from those,
not that
anti-wounds.
How unfortunate.
Pulling up with a hamstring injury, having
scored a quite sensational goal against Amazulu to round out their three that they managed. And I feel that will be the end of his afternoon. Dinajani already taking on instructions from Coach Rulani Mokwena. He's looking good here. And he's opening up the banners. And it all looks good. And suddenly, very unfortunate for Surprise Rulani. Now they need to get someone onto the park pronto. Okay. Swati now. I didn't think that they would have wanted to add Dinajani to a midfield that was already a little congested, so it will be the Sedi Kapinga. That seems like a natural replacement for Surprise Rulani.
Alongside the start that they've looked to be able to go with more offensive, like I said, if you bring in Charlie, it means then you take away from the 5 players that I mentioned earlier that are playing a bit more of it. So Kapinga fits perfectly into our assessment. Maybe not to this side, but a little bit more central, unlike where Rulani was playing.
Klamini and Makubeda combining with Swati. The second Michael. Space with Dialotto now. And unfortunately, we never like to see this, but Van has invaded the pitch. And we won't give him any further airtime as they remove him.
And now, the big question now is how did it make it into the center of the field and with nobody chasing it from the security?
Kapinga makes his way in.
Not exciting.
Yeah, so
Maybe not such a youngster anymore.
yeah.
But believe it or not, when he gets it right, he is simply unbelievable.
I showed that for Duba in the past. So it was a pretty opportune stoppage. Not the reason we ever want to see a game have to be halted, but Mamelodi Sundowns able to restore themselves to the full complement of 11. Sad ending for Lalani. Tobin Vala. Kulisa. Hassled by Vincent Tule. Still alive on the far side for Mamelodi Sundowns. Mabwe and Domingo getting the wires crossed. Tetra looks long, finds Bienvenu ever and Guy. His touches let him down. This is Mokwena. Tule stretching for it. Can't bring it under a spell. Mokwena again.
Didn't read the letter in Kulisi? Or was it Domingo who was expected to make the run? As Mkwena turned around, Domingo thought, no, this is not going anywhere, and he slowed down. And that's just the time when Mkwena just pushed the ball through for a 3+.
The Mamelodi Sundowns fans voted for an incredibly attacking lineup, which underwent a little bit of tinkering this week due to injuries. But originally, Marcelo Allende was set to start in place of Bongani Zungu and Kutumela instead of Kif Matupa. But if you think specifically about Allende and Zungu and how they play, then you could have anticipated a little bit of a problem for Mamelodi Sundowns in terms of the centre of the park. But Zungu's inclusion definitely brought some balance. And for anyone who was maybe questioning his fitness, he ran more distance than anyone barring two players, Ethan Brooks and Tim Biswani, the only players to cover more miles than Bongani Zungu in the first series.
He's picking up, eh?
Yeah.
Getting better. Maybe the only other thing that he can add into his workout is just to reduce a little bit of the kilos. Otherwise,
now Stolen and Kamini trying to latch onto that pass from Tule. Sundowns come away with it once again. Confident, composed defending from South Africa's reigning league champions.
cutting a very lonely figure, Dennis Onyango is opted to get himself a little bit more involved by pushing a little bit higher where he can get some of the great passes to him. He's not there to do anything. Well, not that much is that things, but there has been action a little bit higher. There's been movements where he thought maybe, just maybe, a shot might come towards him.
Then Motswane, you wonder whether he and Miguel Tim will be able to see out the full 90 minutes. A very taxing game physically against Kaizer Chiefs, but also emotionally because it is Chiefs. And now, Mamelodi Tom calling a halt to play with Ashton Domingo down, has gone down clutching his ankle. Imagine it was a pretty nasty challenge that's caused him this much agony.
Yeah, Corky's been called to come into the scene of the crime here. He quickly got away from it. Yeah, I missed the ball and got the man. Oh, and horribly so.
Now, what kind of decision does Mamelodi Tom make here? I think almost every day of the week, in a competitive match, not that this isn't, but I mean in the sense of a league match, it has to be a red. But in an exhibition final like this, do you want to take away from,
certainly
the
so
spectacle?
that's the truth. That for me is a red card call. I mean, two players already.
Yeah.
Yes, you can say maybe it's
He's reaching for his top pockets.
Oh no.
So no favors due to the nature of this game. And Tabitha Corky walks.
Which adds to their wounds defensively on the part. So really two of their main defenders are out. Three actually, if you include Maela, who can also play as a part of the three.
Well, Corky's gone back to plead his case, but it won't matter. Ronaldo Mokoena, very, very upset by that incident. He'll have to replace another player. And this is a horrible challenge from Tabitha Corky. He's a huge mixed martial arts fan, and I think that that kind of move needs to be found in professional fighting.
Worse off is that Domingo's pool was a little bit stuck on the ground. Actually, it's the impact of Corky's tackle that removed it, and alongside that, he got himself quite a few of a big chunk of the patch of grass from there.
And he's not a malicious player. You can see he immediately apologized as he felt his studs connect with the ankle of Ashton Domingo. And for the second time in this first half, which we are halfway through, Mamelodi Sundowns playing with 10 men. As are Orlando Pirates, although they will continue to play with 10 men.
Now trying to work it out, who's more likely to replace Corky in that center of defense. I know Kolane
He's more of a wing back on the left hand side. Maybe he can be dropped a little bit further back where he has played as a left back in the past, and cheaper. Then maybe drop Marco a bit more central.
There's a younger receives from Vana, pumps that forward. Sundowns will play out from the back. This is Lesedi Kapinga. Bella. Let's give it away. Kapinga seizes upon it. We're talking Vana again. Mabwe. Through from Kulise. Another big opportunity. Well, what a pass that Kulise didn't make the most of an earlier ball in behind. This time he sticks it away.
Incredible intelligence from the young man. In the way that he positions
Whoever is
himself so
watching, if you are a
perfectly
Pirate
between two
fan,
central
you
defenders.
can still make it.
Sunlight Dorothea defense to be beaten by one ball that's straight down the line, and yet it's his run that actually caught the flat-footed. You got to give the youngster's credit in the way he positions himself. Now let's look at it. Could Bojan have done anything there? No, he wanted to hold it with both hands. That ball was straying away from him, so a one-hand flick could have done the trick. Two hands doesn't do the trick in such a situation. But the pass around,
The pass from Lebong Mabwe. Exceptional.
and unfortunately, there's a goalkeeper. We don't have too much time. Some of these things has got to be natural. There's no time to think about what's the best technique to do. You just react to it.
So it's Mamelodi Sundowns to draw first blood, and they do it 10v10.
Oh.
Cassius Malula now onto the block to replace Hashim Domingo, who came off injured. Sundowns, barring any dismissals of their own, will play the next 65 minutes with a man advantage. Tafelo Morena. Tule comes to meet him. Here's the goal scorer, Kulise. Mukwena. Flung to the feet of Modiba. Brilliant ball. Now, Aubrey Modiba up against Makupela. It is never die who wins that battle.
Who's playing as a rifle player? After all this evening. It's a chance to play. It's a chance to win that field of play.
Oh, he went sliding in there. Michael Bella, who's known as a combative and mobile midfielder, is repurposed today as a right back.
Tells the story how thin they are defensively. But just as well that there is a big break coming up, and I'm sure come the 30th of January,
they'll be able to get this Mayana back in action.
This is what all the defenders that have listened to injury.
Kapinga to Kulise. Sipambule now. Kulise again. Madiba. Okwena. Kulise into space. For Madiba. Get another opportunity to cross here. He's lifted it into the hands of Pucha. Just confirming that Cassius Malula has come onto the block of the opening goal against Upper Zulu via a wicked deflection of Makiseni Makaula.
another player that has got so much hunger, if you talk my little. And for me, his strength is being able to realize the right moment. So almost just like Kulise did in those two moments where he finds that run into the box. That's just what my Lula is good at. He finds himself in the box just about every time that the ball played from the white players or areas.
Like the Pirates, wants an effort through Motswari.
Jason Young's got caught out there. He was way off his line, and I'm sure if Motswari spotted him out, and I wasn't better attempt at all. He must have taken a look at it.
Into the referee's book for an earlier foul.
But the hashtag who says over lit, it is lit already, but who says over even more.
Yeah, there's the reason for the yellow.
Did he deserve a yellow? He was already going down.
Big opportunity here for Orlando Pirates, squared by Evan Gar. And in a race to get there first, it's Dennis Onyonga who wins it against Soto. Crucial moment in this game.
That is when you need a goalkeeper that is alert and alive to the action in front of him.
Orlando Pirates proving that even a man like they are a threat.
What did Dennis do right there? Obviously, coming out was one, but he went with his hands. It's always dangerous because you always stand the risk of being knocked or kicked into your face or hurt, which is what happened in that case. But your hands give you a bigger reach for the ball, unlike when you use your feet. And when you use your feet and you trip the player,
you're at risk of,
you're more likely to consider a penalty.
So will be treated as an outfield player
exactly.
if you go for the ball as an outfield player, yeah.
So goalkeepers, it's for me, it's an advice. At least you get some protection if you get kicked. And it's your job, anyway, to be kicked in your face.
Yeah, because I was going to say, Dennis will come to you and say, but what about my head?
It's put up a reason to put somebody play.
The Cranes legend is something worse over the years.
That's why they say goalkeepers are crazy.
Oh, yes, I can attest. You all are.
Come some holy books.
There's Madiba, trying to force a cross in. So, visions of Makopena for a corner kick.
He says, I'm all right.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Brilliant shuttle, super slow mo is proving that football truly is a game of inches. How close was he to getting a boot on there and to changing the complexion of the match? And the lead is still attack for Sundowns as they search for a second. Gunn seems to be suffering from a blow to the face. Still a quarter hour remaining in the opening half of this 2022 Carling Cup final. Balls. Kidney one trying to sit Kapinga in his way. This control from Zanina Tetwa, 35-year-old from Tongeli.
Now Boston in again in a dangerous area. Can you see how selfishly sitting up Kapinga? Well, he eventually gets in for short, but by that time, Orlando Pirates defenders had recovered. The numbers, it's a numbers game. Who is in the boxes available? To be able to turn around. First time, but maybe not too sure about his left foot, which was a more likely leg for him to finish with. Whatever. Step is to Manula, is returned to him brilliantly. Oh, that's so easy. That was well worked. Once again, another game in that space. They fight one another with so much ease. And I mean, where did it get going resurrect from? I mean, it comes from word defensively, but it comes with the because it's a passing game. They find themselves so hard. Unbelievable. This is all it, William. Goals like this are expected to see many more. The World Cup when it commences in 8 days' time. We're getting our last taste of domestic football in South Africa. And that's a glorious goal. Look at the rushing of the blue shirts. The Forest defenders were there, or defending players, should I say, but they didn't equal the number of the attacking players of Mamelodi Sundowns. It's not a particularly clean finish either from Grafikani, just happened to be superbly well positioned. Here's a two there. Comes straight with the challenge of Green. Here's Katinga. It could be another. That's why I think he's going to continue to score more goals going forward, this young man. I gotta say, with that second goal, sometimes the man looks so easy. Now this could get embarrassing. You see, that should have been a perfect, easy clearance away, but alongside wanting to build up. I told you earlier that as well, with the number of players in the attack, just about every time sometimes they're making an attacking move, they make it easy for them to immediately win the ball back because they've got numbers. And what can Gonzalez do in that instance? Nothing. Well, as a neutral, I think you have to feel very sorry for them. The Pirates haven't had as much time to recover from the semi-final. They are a man down after the dismissal of Tapelo Tonkin. And Mamelodi Sundowns has scored the first of their three, where the teams both had 10 men on the park. Well, since they've been restored to their full complement of 11, they have been ripping Pirates to pieces. I guess maybe they were too angry with them, but I think they're going to do that. I don't think get away with it. It could be a pretty lucky. Now, coach must make a decision here. Is it going to continue to have aspirations to maybe catch up Mamelodi Sundowns on the counter, or must it just let Ivanga stray alone up there in the hope that maybe can get a lucky break and get a goal, or just shift everybody to hold the fort, just minimize the damage? Well, the guy is on the ball right now. It's attempted pass through, it's been well cut out. Support arriving a little bit late for him. Got caught with the ball. Through his legs. Not unable to do much about it. Well, historically, the Conic Black Label Cup has not been a particularly high-scoring competition. It very often goes to penalties, as was the case last year after a 0-0 draw. The biggest margins of victory have only been 2-0. Kaizer Chiefs managed it in 2016, Orlando Pirates in 2019. But Mamelodi Sundowns, their first involvement in this particular competition, already have a 3-0 win to their name and a 3-0 lead with plenty of minutes to go. They're rewriting the Carling Black Label record books.
With the teams that had numerical advantage, who were not able to use that advantage to good effect. And I think Sundowns using that beautifully into their favor.
Mabella's cross. Even God stumbles, Dylan Hunter will retrieve. Motswari. Makubela has done well. Pune. Lovely ball from Vincent Pune. It's Lamini. And really had Evan God to aim for, potentially also beyond him. Yeah, payback for Pulawani. And on the money with that Mahula prediction as well. A famous scoreline in South African football. Please, not 6.
Where are these spots coming from? They weren't there. Some of them weren't there from the beginning, eh? I guess they will come with blank balls and then whatever the stories it develops.
We need to spend more time in the stands, I think.
But Mamelodi Sundowns has also got to be respectful here. Colors is a big team. You know, don't want those high scores.
Mokoena to Modiba. Return just slightly behind it. Sundowns has plenty of injury problems. That's meant that a lot of their players were ineligible to even be voted for. Tupisa Kutumela was the striker that made it into the lineup. Neither Lucia nor Shalalide were available to play. And still, they managed 6 goals already. Tune.
Yeah, Berin and Ojo have been drawn so far back throughout defensively. And their strength is playing into that attack. Unfortunately, they find themselves just about everywhere where they need to be chasing. Doesn't make it any easier.
There's Clamini. Couldn't get it through that time around. Sundowns so casual on the ball, no pressure on them. They've had 56% of the possession overall. And in the last few minutes, possession has been even more overwhelmingly in their favour. Morena slowing things down. It's Mvala. Modiba on the move. Hoping Modiba's kept it in play, but was on the scene to take care of the situation. Was offside in any case.
He tries to bend the run, but bends it a bit early. The idea was excellent. Evenga receives from Clamini. This Sunday will get the corner, Orlando Pirates. Father turning it behind. First corner kick for Orlando Pirates. Clamini's delivery leaves a lot to be desired. Hashtag who says over late. Of course, referring to the fact that all 64 games of the upcoming 2022 World Cup will be available on DSTV Compact.
That is if you thought this was it. There's more to come. The World Cup. Just a few days from now. Oh, how many? 64?
64.
Man, oh man. Those coaches are going to be pressured for the longest period. And it's again a time for the Mamas, or should I say the ladies of the house, to be able to hand over the remote control. No, official.
Everyone's watching the World Cup.
Listen, normally there's always a debate, but I think this is going to be made official. Then there's going to be a ceremony, handover ceremony.
And the Pirates going to be in trouble again. Marcos getting the intentions of Kulisi. To Miguel Tim, Vincent Pune. Pune gets a boot in. Suarez keeps possession. Clamini steering it over to Hato. Dion Hato coming inside. It's still Dion Hato. Bulldozing his way past a couple of players in blue. You can see he wasn't comfortable when he cut inside though, to try and take that on with his front foot.
Exactly. And Noah Clamini earlier had a look at the possibility of a long-range shot, but opted to engage Hato. That looks like a double grind.
Yeah. Already, two Mamelodi Sundowns players have fallen foul for injuries. Mamelodi Sundowns coaching team racing down the tunnel. Still some additional minutes to come. Well, mercifully for Kulisi, at least this is happening just before the half-time break, so they could potentially work on him. We'll see if he's able to return after the interval. And this is his brilliant opener.
And it is worth to maybe mention that earlier on there was an identical situation like that, where maybe didn't have a good first touch. Under a bit of pressure, but managed to get the last touch to beat Nojane, who I feel could have done better by just stretching one hand to tip it over.
Has been influential so far.
He'll run it off.
That does look to be the case.
And still, Dennis had just about nothing to do except for the one that he came out and got a knock on his head.
Quinn to Kekano, we've entered into the final minutes of additional time. Modiba's ball for Kaptinga. Back to Modiba.
Tim cuts it out. Oh, Tule's giving it away extremely cheaply. Kulise. Modiba. The whistle set to blow any second. There's Mokwena again. Mokwena with the shot, he slips as he struck it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Kulise will continue. I think that injury is still bothering him.
I think he was grateful to hear the whistle. He's gone down, trying to stretch out that groin before he heads down the tunnel. Cassius Maluda scored the opener against Amazulu. Comes off the bench against Orlando Pirates to bag another Carling Cup goal. Mamelodi Sundowns sitting pretty with a very healthy cushion and a man advantage. It's hard to envisage a way back for Orlando Pirates, this competition's record holders, with 5 trophies across the previous 9 editions. But you introduce Mamelodi Sundowns for the first time, and they are wiping the floor with the competition. As we confirm the score for you after 45 minutes of play at the FNB Stadium, it is the mighty Mamelodi Sundowns with 3-0 up against Orlando Pirates.
Pusas over 20 waves, Shibobos, Follies, only on DSTV, feeding every moment.
Massive putt after a really tough year for him. To seal the tournament, all down to this final putt.
Get in! All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go. Join, upgrade, or recharge with bundles. This World Cup, kusazoba tense eKatar. Siyawa without fucking tickles. Kusazoba, hayi man, lo muntu uyasefa man. Shibobos, Follies, body waves, it's a goal. It's not. VR, away. Transitions, diamond, 442, factor 1, fourth from there, take on that same vamos. Kusazoba 0 to 103 seconds. Kusazoba, Askatali, Qatar. Catch all 64 games live on Compact, only on DSTV. Feel every moment. Verstappen snatches a championship trophy for Lewis Hamilton. Isn't just a game, don't give up. Rise to the occasion.
Mercedes this year, they haven't had the quickest car for most races, pretty much all the races.
And beats the odds. Catch both practice and qualifying at the F1 Brazil Grand Prix on Supersport Variety 3. Live on DSTV Compact and Compact Plus. To watch the main race live on Sunday, WhatsApp F1 to 060 3788 to upgrade to DSTV Premium.
Well done, guys. Great job with the strategy. Thank you, brother. Continue to push.
I have moved back to Jersey, babe.
You should run for Class 9.
I think so.
Class 9's already been chosen.
I hate it here.
Mighty Shoulder. 100% malt whiskey. Not for persons under the age of 18.
Kusazoba, 20 waves, Shibobos, Follies, only on DSTV. Feel every moment.
Big news as the Carling Cup opens to any of the 16 PSL teams.
Any team?
Apulagila Masango. Whoa, any team.
Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18.
Whoa.
Anything. Buy a Carling Black Label and vote for your captain. Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18.
We wondered how much this would be about revenge. There's your answer. Mamelodi Sundowns lead Orlando Pirates 3-0, rewriting the Carling Black Label record books with 3 goals in the first 45 minutes from Jimmy, 4 shots on target. That's what you call clinical.
That's what you call clinical, Jules. I think Sundowns has displayed once again their superiority in terms of just the technical acumen. The red card for me dampens the mood, dampens everything, because you look at how he lunges in there. No intention to win the ball, clearly going for Domingo's leg then. A deserved red card, but you can imagine the damage that you are causing to Domingo's career.
Teiko is in agreement.
Yeah, I mean, Dominguez is back from injury. We spoke about the impact that he did in the first game, and coming back into this game, trying to play and get such injury. It's always scary from a footballer's point of view. You don't want to get into those type of things. But you can see from Cookie as well, he didn't have any advantage of winning the ball. And lunges, like Jimmy has said, and those are always dangerous tackles. And a fair card from the referee to be sent off.
Domingo off injured, Cookie off, and Pirates down to 10, Sundowns down to 10 as well, and that's when we got.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the run first. I think before the pass, then you look at, we spoke about Mamelodi Sundowns not playing with an out-and-out striker. And Jimmy spoke about how Pirates defenders are going to be lonely. Look at the space in between the two centre-backs. It's easier for Mkulisi to make that run in between, and look at also what helps him as well as the control and being able to actually pick a spot and be able to score that. I think that opened the gate for Mamelodi Sundowns.
And the pass as well, quite brilliant. So let's take a look at this. It's the second goal, Jimmy.
And look at the set play, another standard situation where Orlando Pirates literally switched off. Sundowns scored a similar goal in the earlier game. You can see this is training stuff. While you're anticipating a cross from the second ball, it gets to be played through from the guy who actually laid out the pass. Here against Pirates trying to build out from a congested area, they lose possession. But look at the calmness of patience there.
Yeah, they've been winning the ball back in dangerous areas at Mamelodi Sundowns, and Mailula back on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, Mamelodi Sundowns will counter press, and that helps them a lot in terms of defending in shorter areas and shorter spaces with more numbers. And so they win the ball at the right area. Cassius getting to right areas for him to score goals. I was telling Jimmy offered that him finding himself in those positions is going to score more goals for Sundowns.
No quality player, you can see that he's fitted so much in how Sundowns wants to play. Whether he comes in as an impact player off the bench or he starts the game, he's got a role in the team.
That's for all of you on Compact. You can catch all 64 matches live on Compact. It's only on DSTV, the FIFA World Cup, 8 days to go now, and we will have all those matches live for you, even if you are on Compact as well. We're going to take a closer look at that first goal then. This was, as I mentioned, both sides down to 10 men. We're looking at, I'm not quite sure what we're looking at. That's where the analysts are alongside me.
It is more on what we touched on the two centre backs of Pirates not having anyone to mark. Now, when those triangles are formed, if we can just replay it again, you'll see how lonely the Pirates defense is ahead of before Mkulisi actually makes that run in between the two of them. And that is exactly how Sundowns intend to play through an organized defense, because their defense was organized, but because they were not marking anyone, they looked like they were just ball watching.
Yeah, exactly as you predicted, actually, Jimmy, with Sundowns playing that false 9 today. We've got to go down to pitch side. Lerato Pagel is standing by with the Carling Cup manager, I think, event manager. Let's find out. Brand manager. Let's find out.
Well, thank you very much, Jules. Yes, I am with the Carling Cup brand director, and that is Arne Rust. Arne, thank you so much for joining us. I think everywhere in and around the stadium now we're seeing the branding, saying no excuse. Let's talk about this movement and just the involvement of the Carling Black Label Club.
So Carling Black Label believes that there's a champion in all of us, but You can't talk about being a champion and you can't talk about being a devil. So you have to talk about the dark if you want to talk about the light. And we are saying that there is no excuse for women abuse, because we as men have to acknowledge that it's within our power to end the cycle of abuse, to end the cycle of silence. And what we are asking men to do today is to use their words, because men who don't talk about how they're feeling are 4 times more likely to commit gender violence. So if I am able to talk about my emotions, then I'm 4 times less likely to commit abuse. And that does not make us less of a man. In fact, being brave enough to talk about what I'm feeling is what makes me a man. And that's what we're trying to give, guys. We're trying to give you the words, brother, you're not alone. Brother, you are strong enough. Brother, you can change the future. To give you some hope and to some words to talk about how you're feeling.
Ane, thank you, because it is such a strong message when you look at just the rivalry of all the different teams that we've seen here today. But today they stand in solidarity, echoing one message: no excuse, no abuse.
There is no excuse for abuse. We stand for everything that is positive about men, and this is a showcase of positive masculinity, and we all can be part of that solution. Go to www.sixpack.co.za, go complete the course, go and show that you are a champion for change. Break the cycle of silence.
Thank you so much, Ane.
Pleasure.
Great a movement there just about what a calling a black label is doing. As far as the numbers of femicide are concerned in the country, it's back to you, Jules.
Men who talk about their emotions are 4 times less likely to commit gender-based violence. That is why today, instead of a moment of silence for victims of abuse, we are seeing a demonstration of #NoExcuse, where words will be used to break the cycle of silence around children.
Turn to the person next to you and say this with me: you are not alone. You are not alone. Let's go. You are not alone. 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 Let's go. You are not alone. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. As we stand together in
solidarity. Body waves, sugar rolls, police, only on DSTV. Fame every moment.
Honor Cognac. Voted best cognac in the world. London Cognac Masters. Discovering greatness.
I taught myself to look people's eyes. That's skill there.
ShopRite, dropping the prices on these essential products so you pay less on the things you need most. It's the ShopRite price drop. Get Golden Cloud Cake Flour for only $114.99. Colgate Triple Action Toothpaste for just $13.99. Stay Soft Fabric Softener Refills, buy 2 for 49 Rand. And Fatties and Monies Spaghetti or Macaroni for a low $14.99 each. The ShopRite price, the price you can trust always.
Big news is the Carling Cup opens to any of the 16 PSL teams. Apulagila Masambo.
Buy a Carling Black Label and vote for your man of the match. Enjoy responsibly, not for persons under the age of 18. Kusasoma 20 waves, Shimomos, Police, only on DSTV. Feel every moment.
The men from Mamelodi magnets for trophies and their first involvement in the Carling Black Label Cup. They are looking to bag another. They have a healthy advantage over Orlando Pirates, more than healthy. 3-0 they lead after 45 minutes. Orlando Pirates reduced to 10 men in the first half. To Pedal Clocky with a horror challenge on Hashim Domingo that's ended the Sundowns players' evening as well. Saw him dismissed by Amongini Tom, and since then it has been one-way traffic, and Sundowns, even before the dismissal of Toki, had the edge in this contest in any case.
I think it is fair to say so, because sometimes it might be viewed as if the red card to Toki might have helped Sundowns, but they were already dominating in just many areas. I'm talking possession and entries into the thought until that taking period. Pirates has hardly had any form of attack in the side of Dennis and Yango. But I think to an extent it did add, because when you're chasing the game in that fashion, you try to go forward and you get caught. And you try to build up, and it's not the same defenders that started the game. So it's now a pitch-up type of defense. So the coordination then, that standing is not there either. So Sundowns to full advantage of all the confusion that is developing at the back.
Mamelodi Sundowns opened the scoring through Spinelli Kulisi, and they carved Pirates open with this particular move. And Grakakana, who was still up from the corner, really well positioned to bundle this in. In truth, it wasn't the cleanest finish, but he was, as they say, in the right place at the right time.
Presence. It's all that he did. And it looks like the ball bounced off him, but he was there. And Pirates defenders couldn't track him down.
Well, he's done his defensive duties with a plum, of which there haven't been all too many to execute, considering that Mamelodi Sundowns have dominated possession and played largely in the half of the opposition. I think that looks like a fresh sign as well. They still believe in Romeo and Saleng. They're on the bench. Both Erasmus and Saleng are available to be brought on by Coach Jose Riviero. And perhaps this game is already beyond them. Coach Orlando's instructions would have been, I think, number one, to keep their cool so that they are not themselves reduced to 10. That would see the advantage that they have right now. I saw another sign that I really like. We're still celebrating the MTN8. Yeah, perhaps there's a little bit of a cup hangover coming into effect this weekend. Orlando Pirates looking to make a double change.
just when you thought that Orlando Pirates win over Kaiser Chiefs will obviously run through the whole break up until the progress of the league again. I mean, this has dented the joy that they had earlier.
Kansas Chiefs fans have stuck around. They seem pretty enthused with the current scoreline. So Munade and Shandu waiting to make their way onto the park. I haven't spotted Miguel Tim come back out.
Maybe a bit of joy. Think that Mamelodi Sundowns are doing what they should have.
Yeah. The Vice fans, some of them at least, still in good spirits.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Liverpool has played some fine passes during the first half. They had plenty of space during the latter stages of the period. Timothy and Gaston Serino also waiting to come on for Mamelodi Sundowns. Man,
say that again.
Talk about depth, talk about quality at your disposal. So let's says about the DSTV Compact, 64 games. Not the World Cup or not the World of Champions. What a stunning view. So a pair of double changes. I'll confirm the Pirates changes for you first. Already seen Tapala Munari and Spanil Shandu waiting to make their way on. They'll be replacing Miguel Tim and Capello Tlamini.
Taking the offensive nature of Capello Tlamini just to be able to strengthen that midfield. Sundowns hasn't had the free roll and movement in that center.
Spelen Kulise and Lebon Magwe have been the two players sacrificed to accommodate the arrival of Swane and Serino. Tim Swane put in a phenomenal shift in the first semi-final against Amazulu. He is the player that covered more distance than any other. Back underway at the FMB Stadium. It's hard to see the complexion of the game changing very much, but then
it's true. That's the element of surprise of this game that we love so much. It remains with all the possibilities. It's just never right of a comeback. It's just that with the substitutions made right now, which are even more offensive from Mamelodi Sundowns, and if anything that Pirates did was to secure a little bit of the midfield. So it just basically shows one way.
Swept out wide by Bule. Cassius Malula making the dart in behind. Ball to him, overcooked. Speaking to Malula the other day, after the brace against Maritzburg United, he had just got a brace against La Paz. And statistically, remember, he loves scoring in pairs in the reserve league as well. Very rarely when you just get one.
So what you're trying to imply is that
I'm not implying anything with it. I never imply things.
Well, I'm modest about it. I know deep inside your heart you're thinking it's more likely to happen. And I know
should it happen that he jumped early, they say, I told you.
Well, the space is likely to get in the second half. It's certainly on the cards. And the Pirates barely had a touch in these opening 2 minutes. Richard Fourie kept goal last weekend in the cup final victory in the MTN 8. We'll find out on Monday if he has made the 26-man squad for Ghana's trip to Qatar for the World Cup. Part of the preliminary 55-man team. With our 5 goalkeepers, so 2 will be dropped. Here's Mvala. Reliant on Quinn. Modiba giving it away. Shaka fighting hard to prevent a chance for Mamelodi Sundowns. Going to be free kick in a dangerous area now. So Modiba takes first piece of danger, fended away. It will be a throw for Mamelodi Sundowns to keep the pressure on. Just done by Sandile Mtetwa. 23 appearances in the league for Chippa United last season, getting his recall to Orlando Pirates. He took some time back from KZN Academy, but went out on loan to Richards Bay. Initially staying in the same province, his own province, and then Chippa United. But was backed by the fans, was voted into the lineup for the first semi-final against Kaizer Chiefs. Swani hasn't taken from him. This is what Swani. Shandu giving it away rather hurriedly.
Handball. Ghana looks like he bounced off the ground into his hand. I think at the time to pull it away from what it seems.
There's Dianoto. He's lifting it in. Crosses over lids. And correct. Here we're a team with him. So you're looking forward to the World Cup? I think we've officially ticked into 7 days and some hours. 23 or so. Oh, another effort. To the sun from the Seni Kapinga to the palms of Potsdam.
Still pretty much a big part of the Uruguay striking force. Cutting that lonely figure in no support. Even if he's flexible, there's just nobody to pick up the pace, which I say already, even when they're still at the full complement of players in the field of play. Even worse now, not their men down.
Quinn dispenses it out wide to Gaston Savino. Uruguay going backwards under pressure from Macabella. Kikana. This is Sipopule. not in a rush.
Not at all. The man from Montevideo stabs it forward and he almost comes through a melee with the ball in his possession. Here's Kapinga. Measured cross. Catches one they're not posing much of any real threat.
Who are they referring to?
Yeah. Oh my God. Vanquish opponents from the semi-final. And against all danger with a few jabs. Let's check it out. It's City Kapinga. Oh!
It's a sort of you, mate. People are here to watch the game. Why send other people home? They create a big environment to the game. The atmosphere is great. So, hey, let them stay.
You seem to have taken this almost as a personal affront.
No, I'm just saying, we're missing the vibe. You know, the less the fans in the stadium, the less the vibe is.
That's one thing I will say. Of course, there were Chiefs fans that left after the second semi-final, but a lot of them have stuck around to enjoy the rest of the spectacle, yeah.
Could this be addressed, be a message to them?
I think that's certain as Jetson Zuna strays offside.
Getting a little bit frustrated is Ben Mutuari, it seems.
Yeah. I can't blame them. They feel as though they haven't got the rub of the green today. Mustn't forget, of course, that these two sides meet on New Year's Eve in what is their first match when domestic football resumes. The DSTV Premiership tussle that they'll contest on the final day of 2022 in the capital. Modiba to Kapinga. There's Timbers on it. Almost locating Kapinga with a pinpoint pass. Now it's pounced upon it again. Kapinga gets it from Sereno. And City Kapinga. Straight down the throat of Iputani.
Looking going from the angle that he was coming, he had a clean view of the top post. Could have done better and being able to press that ball better. But sometimes you appreciate even just the shot as well.
That's not certainly playing within themselves, but they are still conjuring chances. Not with regularity, at least. Occasionally. And the Pirates making their third change of the game. This one I think will really please the fans. Everyone is off, and the star of the moment, Monopoly Saleh, is immediately into the action. The hero last weekend, a stunning curl free kick past Veli Mochwa to win the top 8 title.
Pirates claiming it for a second time in 3 years. Sereno. Through for Kapinga, collected by the buckshot stopper. Look at that contrast, just in terms of goal attempts. Mamelodi Sundowns are 7 in total. They have been so accurate with them as well. If perhaps a couple of their most recent shots have been far too close to the goalkeeper, but just one, and it was off target for Orlando Pirates. Now Kapinga collects. Moriba. Oh, it's a cute ball. Just lifted it. Pass back in the shadow into space where Sereno was arriving.
Maybe it's late in the way he was landing forward when he made contact with the goal. That doesn't help with the goal's target or direction.
It's nicely done by Moriba. We need to dig it out here. Captain Sereno, since being introduced, says not had to do too much defensive work. None at all, in fact.
There's not much to defend.
There isn't. Saleh gives it away to Malula. Timbers one, he retains possession now. It's been taken away from him by Monare.
Look at the beauty.
And they reclaim it.
Oh, man. The way they crouch you as soon as you receive the ball. Applying pressure.
Sereno looks to glide past Dosega Marco. Had the beating of him initially, but Marco recovering really well. Quinn. It's Kakana. Bullet finds Sereno. His first time pass cut out by Shandu. Flying across field for Mamelodi Saleh. It's a one-man wrecking ball, and still he goes on. Saleh feeding Tune, wants it back. Sundowns defense reset. There's an aimless cross that's delivered in.
Feeling Munapula had a chance to maybe go direct himself. He picked it up, and the side was in road. Well, road one with the defender. Mbala goes down. An excellent recovery though by Mukwena to maybe block his path from taking a direct shot. Once again, as much as Salah had a chance to go direct, look at the quick recovery to get behind the action.
Oh, it's been lifted into the path of Cassius Malula. Great defensive work done by Sandilim Chetwa. Has yet to appear in a league game this season for Orlando Pirates, but I think he's raising his hands here.
That 60% tells the story of the 5 midfield players and offensive midfield players. And they're not attacking in the wide areas. Only really do they spray out to where they can pick up the ball wide, because they expect the fullbacks to do quite a bit of the work to manage the wide areas. So that is where their strength is. There's just so much presence centrally.
Lovely touch from Malula. Now Kapinga. Again, desperate defending from the Buccaneers. They'll get that one clear. Mamelodi Sundowns up against Morena. Pule emerges with it. Chetwa cushioned into the path of Munari. Pule. Otto, Munari. Bundled over by Pule.
So you can vote for the man of the match by dialing *120 *660 hash. Plenty of options to pick from. Cassius Manula, one man of the match in the opening game of the Mamelodi Sundowns. Beat Amazulu by 3-0. Monopole Saleh winning it for Orlando Pirates against Kaizer Chiefs. Comes with a pretty hefty cash prize as well. 1 day's work. But obviously half of it goes to the organization of his choice. But still, $10,000 goes into his account. Tule wants his teammates to pick up the tempo. Remember that Mamelodi Sundowns pinned it. Tule, and now McQueen with plenty of space to measure a pass. Move to Modiba. Kapinga. Spotting Sereno, Gaston Sereno, and Giorgio nipping in. It's a good pass from Kapinga. I'm not sure if Sereno was aware of the player tracking him that close down immediately. Because in such a situation, if you're aware of somebody coming from behind, you can at least make your first touch to be away from the player approaching. That player landed into his feet and he controlled it like in his position and didn't move, which made it easy for the defender to close him down. It's a nice ball through. Now numbers materializing in the box for Mamelodi Sundowns. They'll get a corner. Check has been good things. Beginning to come strongly, making a good presence of himself in the center of the box. He's a big boy. He's maturing well. Centre backs do tend to reach their prime a little later. He's 25 years of age now. KZN Academy product. He's got a good naked from him. Yeah, definitely. Now, here's the thing about Mamelodi Sundowns. Look at how they calm things down here. It's like they're not going anywhere. But one of those midfield players will spring a pass that will immediately set the scene alight into that attack. But by recycling the ball defensively, as if they're not going anywhere, they're setting up the structure for a runner or even a dead man running from that. Now, this is what they do. Somewhere unexpectedly, somebody will get the right pass into the runner. Well, just over 12 years ago, the final of the global showpiece of FIFA World Cup was right here at the FNB Stadium, and we turn our attentions to the Arab nation of Qatar in just 8 days' time for the 2022 World Cup. That's opening game and opening ceremony at the Al Bayt Stadium. Certainly one to look forward to as the hosts take on Ecuador. All 64 games live on your World of Champions and on DSTV Compact. You won't have to miss a single minute. Another opportunity for Sundowns. Manula! How good is he? How good is this young man? Cassius Manula with a glorious goal from distance.
No!
It's the type of goals where there's no need for power. That he passed from that range. That is
It takes a very special player to be able to measure the curl of the ball from that range and still beat the goalkeeper of Jenny's caliber. Well, you can go on and say it now. He does it in what? In pairs?
He always does it in pairs. Almost always. It's a lovely touch from Timbazani as well. An extravagant assist.
And then, the problem with the defense of Pirates, look at them backing up here. Once it picks up the ball, nobody's attacking it. They're giving him the space. He's got time to think. There were too many options where he could either played it to the runner, that is Timber's run. But because there was no pressure on him, he decided to pick the spot.
Yeah. Curled it around the defender, not directly in front of him, making life very difficult for Botsani. I'm guessing saw it just a touch late. Was stroked it to the bottom corner. Wasn't hit with a tremendous amount of power.
It's a constant from that range.
Well, Mamelodi Sundowns have 4. Surely it's all about damage limitation now for Orlando Pirates.
Which will have been the case for me from the halftime.
Yeah.
Because it was clear that it's heading that way.
Serino has something all over him. Zwane. Serino again. To the Morena. Moving the ball around so effortlessly. Vanna, with a little pressure, gets it away to Morena. Kapinga availing himself.
And unfortunately, when you are numbered, even if you try and apply a little bit of a high press, it gets behind you.
Zwane down under a challenge from Munare. And the alert from the Pirates midfielder being summoned, yellow card. Oh my god, that's a 2-footed lunge. Studs up. I don't know what to make of that, William.
Yeah, dangerous tackle. I mean, it is one thing to try and maybe throw your left foot to try and put the ball from just in front of him, but he went for more like his heels.
Cassius Malula, remember he only came on as a substitute. He's had 2 goal attempts. He has 2 goals to the one that he scored against Amazulu in the semi-final. It's been a great day at the FNB Stadium for the 21-year-old from Kabalepo in the Limpopo province.
Would you say, I know Dick was sitting somewhere in the studio. Would you say that maybe Lula...
Well, it's the heir apparent to the great Teko Modise. Oh, you're saying the look?
Yeah, there's a little bit of Teko in there.
Let's get them to stand next to each other. Post match. What a recruit for Mamelodi Sundowns. Cassius Malula has been. This time is Fed Kapinga. Morena. Election Zwane. Mamelodi Sundowns, as they did in the previous games against Amazulu, giving some game time to one of their youngsters, and they'll do it again.
And in the process, of course,
giving an opportunity to Andile, who we know his ability to slow the game down.
Indeed, the journey has gone on for Grant Kikana, waiting to learn who Tanu Nkosi will be replacing. Not an official senior debut, but he comes on for Sito Dune. So the only player remaining from that midfield quartet of Sundowns at the start of the game is Paul McQueen. Charlie steaming in, making his presence felt immediately after his introduction. Unfamiliar role. Valen Charlie. Charlie blocking the roots of Makubela. Was selected as the captain by the fans was Johnny. So Vincent Pule's number is up, and Sakele Lepasa will be making his way on.
Still picking up his fitness levels, getting better and better with every game that he plays.
He suffered a horrific injury against Chippa United 2 years ago now. Well, he thinks about himself as a footballer at a very high level, very cerebral. I felt like I got a chance to tell him this week. I was impressed with the way he conducted himself in the sessions they had pre-season that all documented on Bucks Camp, which if you haven't seen yet is well worth the watch.
What I like about the person's ability that he can keep you a bit of ball. There are those strikers that can only play when he's back to goal, who likes to have the ball played to feet. He can do that. But he can also play as that striker that plays to the shoulders of defenders. And 1v1 situation was also very quick, very skillful. So he's got a number of aspects that are really favorable for the top striker. Now that is Charlie's role. You would think that he's playing as a central defender, but he just needs the space in front of him, and he gives a breather. He gives an outlet when you get into trouble as a midfielder of Sundowns going forward. He's always readily available to pick up the pieces defensively and then set the scene once again. Restart the move. He's got the pass when the demand comes.
Well, this time he's picked out Moreno. Pragmatic route. Charlie has it back. Serino. Moreno again. Quarter hour remains in the FNB Stadium. The outcome of this game, I think, has been known to most for quite some time. It's another piece of skill that will earn Mamelodi Sundowns a free kick.
Well, Makubela gets kicked in.
Oliver taking a boot to the knee.
So 7 days and just under 23 hours until the commencement of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Hope you'll all be joining us on your World of Champions Super Sport to enjoy the action and to enjoy the build-ups as well with our expert panels. Tanongosi enjoying himself, a youngster. Surely not again. Catch just Mandula this time. Turning it over the crossbar.
Thinks one way. Forward play. And always looking to take his chances with the ways available in front of him. There's a bit of Tessitao in my
Here's Lepasa. Can't link up with Hotto. Surrender. Designer. Let's get finger. Ukraine. Almost occupying a centre half alongside Violet. Lifted to Morena. Diorato puts it through to Johnny, pursued by the passer. Manare. Saleh. Eshandu. Pirates looking for that consolation to the safe hands of Dennis Onyango, has remained untroubled over the course of this match.
safe and composed. Once again, the character of a great goalkeeper, regardless of the lack of action, when he's called upon, he's always ready. People don't understand the job of a goalkeeper. Sometimes the game might not be so demanding, but your concentration levels are at their highest just about every second of the game. That's what weighs you down. You come out feeling very tired, even when you haven't made even a single save, because of the way that you have to continue staying alert throughout the 90.
Well, this game being played at a walking pace. Sundowns almost seem reluctant to inflict more pain on their opposition. I can tell you, if these were two top pugilists, one tower would already have been coming over the ropes.
But also, I think Sundowns are trying to achieve something here. I think from the coach's point of view is you want the team to be able to also develop the ability to hold on to the ball much longer, because without the build-ups, then you can't hedge.
FMP Stadium in all its glory. Gaston Sereno intercepts. This is a statement from Mamelodi Sundowns. It'll be an exhibition cup, but they're still turned it on. Haven't found life as easy this season in the DSTV Premiership as they did last term, but yet they still occupy top spot. And the Pirates, by the way, down in 5th place. And Sundowns came into this most recent campaign on the back of what was a very, very impressive season, winning their 5th consecutive league title. They won with 4 games to spare. They really weren't troubled. Now Kapinga, still sitting Kapinga. Sereno. So many Sundowns players, perhaps forward in the hope of getting in on the act. Walking pace. Well, it's been a draining day for these players. Oh, it's skipped by Gaston Sereno. Cassius Manuno was looking to add an assist to the goals that he's already managed. Some of the forlorn faces out there. That's again an advance getting the call in his favour. Discretion. For the Viola. Morapule Saleng. Well, Raw went up every time he got the ball against Kaiser Chiefs. And Pirates fans a little deflated. Cassius Manula, now with an opportunity, he's held it up for just an instant to feed Timber Zwane. Zwane looking to glide past. Suddenly Limtetwe did enough. Makubela. It's a lovely take by Diaronto. And then his pass easily cut out by Mudiba. So now it's introducing a new dimension to this tournament, introducing a never-before scoreline in the 10 editions of the Garlic Black Label Cup. The biggest winning margin previously, 2-0.
But also there's just a lot of initiatives that were introduced that are different from the previous competitions, which allows for this type of scoreline to be the case, I guess.
Well, it's an ever-evolving competition, even when it just included Orlando Pirates and Kaiser Chiefs are constantly innovating to just change the dynamics of it. This is all it's DSTV Compact. We're expecting a wonderful World Cup out in Qatar, set to get underway in just over a week's time. Now, Morapule Saleng. He had an opportunity to get it. So Morena equally quick. Let's also remind you, as well as the live matches, Makaba is on every Sunday And once the tournament gets underway, we'll also have master plan. That's an in-depth tactical look at the games that have transpired over the course of that week. Because of the net. So Tsaka Makapela has made way here for Evidence Mahoto. Make a brief cameo against Kaizer Chiefs as well.
Unfortunately, comes at a time where the numbers are not conducive for him to produce his best. I mean, for more than anything, they don't have the ball half the time, so he'll be found chasing in areas where he doesn't need to be. And so we're not going to really see the full ability of Mahoto. But it's a run that he needs to get himself accustomed to the black and white shirt.
Touch from Kosi to Charlie. Manula. And Kosi. Saved by Pochani. Okay, lovely awareness from Cassius Manula to spot that pass. Still live here for Orlando Pirates. Dionato slipping it through for Evidence Mahopa. The save made by Dennis Onyango. 87 minutes into this match, and it's the first time he's had to fling himself across goal.
Proving his quality once again. I mean, for the few minutes that has been in the floor of play, he gets a shot on target. That's very positive.
Dionato to deliver. That's one corner.
Yeah, for one, Sundowns defenders will tend to face their own goal, something that they've been able to experience in the longest possible period. Excellent cover from Dennis.
Our Mamelodi Sundowns have passed Pirates to death in excess of 600 made. And the Pirates have just one shot on target from 3 attempts. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to get their 12th attempt. Look how they've dominated possession as well. I guess it's not surprising considering how long Orlando Pirates have had to play with just 10 men. But they've been given no quarter by Mamelodi Sundowns. It just didn't allow Pirates to even have a sniff.
Something. The other thing that we got to maybe bring into the picture is that the pitch is very heavy with all the rains that came down earlier. Yeah. And remember, played that first game was always scored, and then he said to top up with this game. So these are all basically coming into effect.
Well, it looks like Manula has strained something. He'll be receiving a bit of medical attention now to the final minute of regulation time here in this Carling Black Label Cup final. Manula has stepped his name all over it, despite not starting. Saleh. Jermaine outside here, Monopule Saleh. Taken away by Vala. Jahi to Nyongo. It's in their DNA, Mamelodi Sundowns. 3 minutes of additional time, purely academic. There's Nkosi, Serino, Tanu Nkosi was brushed on his way towards goal. Slightly off balance. Now Morena's feeling it.
Surprised more players haven't cramped. I think it speaks obviously to their physical conditioning, which is good.
The evidence of the pitch.
Yeah. That was nice from Madiba.
Passing lines. Clear. Sundowns. Easy. Good movement of the ball. No pressure from Orlando Pirates. Happy to see it back just to secure anything on the defensive half. Only if you're a Sundowns supporter, you're enjoying this.
And slow to a snail's pace. A real incentive for Mamelodi Sundowns to get forward anymore. Their job is done. It's been done for quite some time. Turn with the ball. Tripped over the top for an offside, the City Katinga. Oh, they can find some solace in that. Cassius Manuna has attempted more shots than any other Sundowns player out on the block. He scored with 2 of his 3. And with that final whistle, Mamelodi Sundowns will be crowned Carling Black Label champs. Revenge, I guess, then is a dish best served 3 weeks later. With a little extra dash of take that.
Well, they are very dominant from the first half, even here, where Pirates had a full complement of players in the field of play. Sundowns took this game under their control. They dominated the passing lanes, they dominated the entries, and obviously the scoreline came thereafter. But sadly, it came after the red card to Kogi. So it's a little bit hard to think that maybe it could have been like that. As dominant as Sundowns were, I don't think the scoreline could have been 0-4. We could have seen a better performance from Orlando Pirates, maybe making attempts of their own as well going forward. But with the numbers down, they had to sit back and try and conserve the scoreline for the most part.
That certainly would have been more of a contest with Kogi still on the park. Mamelodi Sundowns did what they had to. Clinical when it mattered. There's a few injuries of their own as well, but in the end they come away with an emphatic victory. It's Mamelodi Sundowns victorious in the final by 4 goals to 0.
Well, and that's exactly how it ends with the Mamelodi Sundowns being crowned champions of the Carling Black Label Cup. The man of the match voted by you, the fans, is none other than Usphelele Mkhulise. He receives 20,000 rands because it's a special man of the match award. This one, he will give away 10,000 rand to his special organization that is fighting the good fight against gender-based violence. And to do the honors, we do have Candace van der Bosch from, of course, the Carling Black Label, the marketing manager. Please do the honors, Candace. Mkhulise, top performance today. Spelling, namhlanje ile game lebele. You had to put in a good show.
Business objective ngale tournament ukuthi sifuna ukuthatha trophy and senze kahle kakhulu and into enhle kakhulu ukuthi siconsideranga throughout the tournament.
Asikhulume ngaleyo because irrespective of ukuthi badlalisa bani Sundowns, the communication is there, the synergy is there, the patterns of play remain the same.
Yeah. Siyazi ukuthi kumele sidlale kanjani as a team, and kubalulekile ukuthi each and every game siyimisele senze lezi zinto ucoach ayifunayo and bazoba happy and ama-supporter le cause I think saba-disappoint ePolokwane, so sinikeza bona le trophy.
Uzizwa kanjani yazi ukuthi amasandawana amahle akhonile ukuthi namhlanje akubone akuncome futhi ukuthi umdlali ubuphezulu kakhulu?
Ngiyajabula kakhulu ama-supporters special asisupporta sonke as ama-players ahlezi sincoma and ahlezi esimotivator noma kuthiwa uthothe asidlalanga kahle asitholanga ama-results esiwadingayo, so ahlezi sisupporta, siyawathanda kakhulu amasandawana.
Bonga mina.
Thank you.
And that is, of course, Pelele Mkhulise. Today, top performance up against the Mamelodi Sundowns, proving that, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns are very lethal in front of a goal. And that's something that Coach Rulana Mokoena would have wanted for the team, especially looking at the way they demolished AmaZulu in that semi-final. And coming into the final, they knew that they had to score, and especially when they did have that one-man advantage with the Tapelo Tokis sending off in this particular encounter. So Mamelodi Sundowns, first appearance in the Carling Black Label Cup, and they are the champions. 2 games, and now they do have the trophy, and they will take it all the way to Mamelodi, to the capital. The fans are here, they've celebrated with the Mamelodi Sundowns. They've been here since the first game earlier on, and of course the celebration will continue on. Coach Rolando Mokoena joins me. Coach, Mamelodi Sundowns first appearance in the Carling Black Label Cup, and they're champions.
Congratulations to the club, to the entire football club. Congratulations to, once again, this awesome group of players. It's an honor and a privilege to be their coach. Congratulations to senior management, the Municipal family. They deserve this, especially after the disappointment, particularly in the MTN 8. And also for our supporters, they deserve this, and we had to do it also for them. So congratulations to the entire club, the coaches. But I can't give enough praise to this fantastic group of players.
I was talking to Mkhulise in terms of saying, irrespective of who's on the pitch for Mamelodi Sundowns, the patterns of play remain the same. There's still unity. They're just synchronized.
No, look, we try to create a personality. And then we try to create schemes from that personality. And then there are certain things that we want to see on the pitch regardless of the personnel. So, as I said, the game belongs to the players, and we are just grateful that they are able to carry and follow instructions. During the games, we've got very little influence as coaches, but you can't stop but give enough praise to this group of players. Congratulations to them, they deserve it, and we are very proud of them.
Does it now mark a new era when you look at Mamelodi Sundowns? Today you gave another debut to Ntando Nkosi that this is the caliber, this is the level, and if you're ready, we'll give you the opportunity.
Well, unfortunately, I am a victim of my background or my upbringing, because my background is as a youth coach. That's where I developed myself. I was given an opportunity because someone believed in me while I was still a youth coach and working with youngsters, and it is therefore also my responsibility to continue also to try to give opportunities to youngsters. I'm not afraid to do it because people were not afraid to do it to me. So at times this is our responsibility, because part